What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. I see Bill is in the house. Bill, I've got one for you. Now, Bill, we had we got together on Sunday, and not too long after he left, an alligator tried to eat me. Yeah, I got video of it. Well, I'll show you. Bill, you were this close. He was sneaking up behind us. I'm just saying you left at the right time. What is going on, everybody? It has been a while since I've been able to catch up and kind of show you, a little bit of trying to get up from the Florida Keys and did some boondocking along the way. And one of the stays that I did, I got a little bit of video at the end of this video coming up, was in Big Cypress National Preserve, but it's basically the Everglades. And I have to tell you, I actually made a video of the bird sounds, probably about 10-15 minutes long, that I'm going to save for myself. Probably an ASMR type video. And man, I'll tell you what, there was nothing more peaceful than that overnight there. Got up to Orlando and got along the way, stopped at a free campground. It was boondocking, but free campground. You can boondock in Florida, but it has gotten harder. And I had some warning of that because Don was like, where are you supposed to boondock down here? And I can say that after being here since last December, it is a little harder to boondock in Florida, but it's not impossible. And I did make it happen, including, I don't have it on this video, but 3 nights that I spent at a casino with electric hookups. So that was a blessing in disguise too, because it was hot and I was able to run the ACs for 3 days. So by the way, a happy Easter, everybody. I meant to say it at the beginning, and we were chatting in the I know, and I have to tell you guys, these last 2 weeks have probably been the most perfect weather since I've been in Florida since last December. It has been absolutely fantastic, and I am almost a little sad to leave, but not really, because it shows the 10-day forecast coming up is going to be starting to get warmer, starting to get a little more humid, and probably a good time. My timing must have been just about right. So let's say hi to everybody real quick. And I think Tom and Lori, yeah, there it is right there. Get the first shout out of the night. And Cowboy Biker Adventures, X Fired Up, Cracker Box Palace. That's Bill. We spent some time together Saturday, yesterday, and a great time hanging out and chatting with him. Sassy Pants for you. There's Miss Jen. How you doing? WCRV Adventures, and you guys are talking about, you guys are up in the cold. Well, let me see if I can see that. Where did I see that? I'm scrolling through. Rainy Wisconsin Dells, 46 degrees, feels like 32. That is too cold for me. I'm telling you, it has been perfect, absolutely perfect weather down here. I have thoroughly enjoyed it for the last 2 weeks, staying at Thousand Trails Orlando. This is actually the lake. Let's see if we can. This is actually the lake. How many people knew that Thousand Trails Orlando had a lake? And there's a rental boats that you can get. I guess you have to rent them from the office there. I did not do that, but fantastic that they have that. I came down here. Now, if you come down here at night, you can shine a flashlight across the water. I have not done this, but I've heard, and you can see the eyeballs sticking up from the alligators in the lake. So it has been a couple weeks of every kind of critter here. Have been absolutely fantastic. From alligators to iguanas to, of all things, staying there in the Everglades boondocking. I got to see my first fireflies of the season. You know, they normally aren't out until about June, I guess, here in the South. That's something that we don't have over on the West Coast. And I was absolutely thrilled. I did get a little bit of video. It's hard to, it's hard to film fireflies, but I did get a little bit. I got that coming up, and it's been, it's been a, Florida is about the critters, I think. I have to tell you, Florida is about the critters. So, not that they're bad. But I will say Saturday was a little scary. But let me see if I can show you that. And finally my time. There's Market Share Forrest. He's in the house. Dave, have you seen any of the fireworks from the dock behind you? Yes. So the dock behind, you can come down here about 9 o'clock and watch the fireworks at Disney right over the lake right there. I have done that one night since being here, and that's kind of fun. You're a long ways away though, but you can still see the fireworks. So yeah, it's worth it if you want to come down here and sit by the lake. So I like it. I like it. Well, let's go ahead and kick this video. You know, I have not been able to show you guys a video in a while, and the last that we had Gary over at RV Living Life. They met us. Gary and Carol met us down in Fiesta Key. Had a great time hanging out with them. Unfortunately, only got a couple days with them, and then it was my time to go. So, oh, Life with Lenny's in the house. I'm sorry, I would have given you a shout out. I did see you earlier, but I forgot about you there. There you go. Next to Wayne and Carrie at the Dells. You're freezing too. Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm telling you we had perfect weather here for this week. Does it? I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. So, are you guys meeting up there? Are you staging to get ready to go make your Alaska trip? Is that why would you be that far north? It is just a little bit early to be that far north in this country anyway, because it's still cold up there. Obviously, you're seeing it. So, just a real quick, I had a little bit of a scare. I have a news app on my phone, and before the live, I was actually done editing and trying to figure out where I was going to do the live, and decided down here by the lake. But a story came up about Hurricane Milton, and it said that, Hurricane Milton has increased to a Category 5, and they made it sound like this was happening right now. Got a little bit panicked. I will not lie, but it was actually a year ago, April 25th, when Hurricane Milton fired up and got going in the Gulf, the Gulf of America there, and I had to go to the National Hurricane Center just to make sure there is nothing coming this way. It was just, I don't know why news places do that. They kind of run news articles from a year ago, and I let's just say that it's like, okay, I was very quickly, within about 5 seconds, planning on how I'm going to get out of here because I'm not going to wait around. But did not need to. All right, let's go ahead and throw up a video here and see if we can show you a little bit of what's been going on this week. That has been popping up all over social media. Thank you. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I knew that Hurricane Milton sounded familiar, and I thought, well, we already had a Milton. They don't usually name them the same name. So, yeah. So, oh, Don's going to be in Idaho in 14 days, leaving Tuesday. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys are all kind of getting ready for that Alaska trip, heading up that way. Stay out of the cold. It is still a little bit early. I'm just saying it's a little bit early for weather. And I know in Oregon, anything basically until the end of May is a gamble. So yes, a little bit early, chasing spring to get to Alaska, but I think we'll pass spring around back of winter. Yeah, got to slow down and wait for spring to catch up. Yep, you're absolutely right. I think you guys are going to have a fantastic trip going up there, and I wish you guys all the best and a safe journey getting up there. I look forward to getting updates and hearing where you guys are at and how it's going. So, but well, let me go ahead and throw up a video for you, and we'll join you here back in just a second. I've got my happy hour. Have you got yours? There we go. Okay, TT Orlando. Some kind of roping going on over here with a critter. I can't tell what it is. It's got the attention of a couple birds there, and I saw him tying off its mouth. That is an alligator. Wow. Not a big one, but oh guys, oh boy. Apparently not happy about being caught. But guys, I'm in the middle of the park. I'm probably at least a couple hundred yards away from any water. That guy must have been just traveling around. As I said, looks like he's gonna let us come over and take a look at it.
5,000 pounds of pressure coming down.
Well,
Sure take a finger off.
he's just walking around the park, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
It's that time of the year.
I guess so.
It's that mate season.
Well, thanks for coming and getting him.
No problem.
I've been sitting outside talking to Bill for hours now this whole afternoon. I noticed a group of people gathered over here, but did not expect an alligator capture. What a way to wrap up Florida. I have to say, he's from the Fish and Wildlife Department and apparently knows how to catch the darn things. No. Nope. I'll let him do it. Well, it has come. It's time to go. Time to head out. Said goodbye to Gary and Carol. Good hanging out with them for a few days. It's been great hanging out here at Fiesta Key. But everything must come to an end, and it's time to go. I wish I was staying longer. Normally I get to about 10 days into someplace and I'm ready to roll on to the next place. And this one here, yeah, I wish I could actually stay longer. I can genuinely say that this is quite the place. I love the change. Although if you could see it, I don't know if you can see it, I am sweating like nobody's business. So I'm gonna miss the market this week. They have a market every Monday, and I'm gonna miss out on the market. That one has produce. Managed to get a few things there last week. Go ahead. And I have to miss it this week. So, well, I am getting on the road, getting out of Fiesta Key, out of the Keys in general, heading up back into Florida, and back on the road, guys. I'm trying to get out, and there's the gate right there. It's not often you get stopped by a lizard that's drinking water, and come on little lizard, I'd like to go. He's enjoying some water. Now he's coming towards me. Why is he coming towards me? Don't go under. Don't go under. Okay, I have to turn in my ticket anyway. Let's make sure that the lizard didn't go underneath. I'd rather not run him over. Okay, there you go. That's a safe place to be, lizard. That's a safe place to be. Turn in the tag. The last thing I have to do to check out. All right, guys, let's get on the road here. All right, I am traveling up, headed ultimately to Orlando, but right now going across Highway 41, and I think it's Big Cypress. Basically, it's Everglades. I'm actually a Big Cypress National Park or State Park. I'll put it down at the bottom here. But as if you're wondering where to go to see alligators safely, along Highway 41 are a number of visitor stations, kind of like this one right here. And if you so choose, you could stop and enjoy a little bit of alligator-ness from a walkway right over there. Big Cypress National Preserve. It's attached to the Everglades. It's the Everglades. But if you're traveling around Florida, you have not seen an alligator, stop by here. Now, I'm not going inside the visitor center, but it's pretty nice. I've been in there before. Lots of good information. Now, I've stopped at this one before, and it had quite a few alligators. I didn't think that it was going to let me down, and it's not. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 alligators, just that I can see. Don't drop your camera. Guessing you wouldn't get it back.
There's no closing for that. I mean, they don't have a need to cross, but if they wanted to.
Now, that is not one that I've already counted. That one, I actually walked down, and I'm almost to the end of the boardwalk here. And a number of alligators down this way. See if we can get a shot over here. Now this is the canal waterways around the Everglades, and this one actually follows along the highway. The highway's right there. There goes a car right now. But these little stops are good for grabbing a sandwich, which I've already done, and definitely seeing at least a couple alligators. At least a couple. Okay, I'm not sure if I can get lightning bugs on the camera. Oh yeah, I just saw one on the screen. Yeah, where is it? Lightning bugs. There's a whole bunch over here. See if I can get a little bit closer to them. Oh, I haven't seen lightning bugs in years. Yep, you can see them on the camera. Oh, how cool. Lightning bugs. Yeah, you can see them on the camera. Yes, I would agree. The lightning bugs are definitely magic. I don't know if you want to call them lightning bugs or fireflies, whatever the case may be. Thank you for that. No sound. I got it. And I did not expect that was just a roadside pull off at Big Cypress. And I noticed a couple other people had posted it and said it's worth staying there. And I'd have to agree. That was the most peaceful night. And I've got a couple of videos, one in the morning and one in the evening, of about 10-15 minutes long. And the fireflies just kind of added to it that evening, and it was absolutely needed. Absolutely needed, because I'm kind of peopled out. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the people that come and visit me. It's just the whole city. So no offense to Bill. No, Bill was more than welcome. It was great seeing him and talking and hanging out for Saturday. But yeah, I'm ready for some quiet, get away from the traffic, get away from the noise, and I could use some more of that. I'll tell you. The only thing I can say is while I was there, the humidity level, the further you go south and you get into the Everglades, you get down to the Florida Keys, the humidity level is higher. And I was feeling it when I drove out of Fiesta Key. It was definitely humid. So I stayed at we talked a little bit about boondocking, and I did have a casino stay for 3 nights. I stayed by the Big Cypress Everglades for a night, and then I spent another 3 nights at a free campground that's part of the wildlife management area. And they've changed it a little bit. You used to be able to drive in there and just park and you were good. Now you actually do have to have a reservation and go into most of them, not all of them, but most of them. whether they're wildlife management area or water management areas. And they're great opportunities to boondock. And I know at least with the wildlife management area, the campground we're at, that actually had picnic tables and dedicated sites and vault toilets. So there was a little bit more than just boondocking there. So I enjoyed it. And you do pay, there is a daily access fee of $3, or you can pay, and I don't, correct me, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like $30 a year for an annual pass. Since I was only going to be there 3 nights, I just went ahead and paid the $9 and called it good. But if I was planning on spending more time boondocking in those areas, yeah, it'd definitely be worth it. So yeah, put people overload in Orlando. I am right there with you. So it's been good. I have made the most of the last 2 weeks, my last 2 weeks in Florida. And I actually leave tomorrow and start heading north. And I will probably, I don't know what the mileage works out to be, but my next stay is going to be up in South Carolina. And we'll see. That will be seven days from now. So that would probably be next week or pretty close to it. As far as the next live, I might be there. I'm not entirely sure. Let's look. Maybe I'll be boondocking for the next live, and the next live, by the way, will be an open mic night. So look forward to doing that with you guys and catching up with everybody. But then I have to make a decision, and I've been pondering this thought. At some point, I could turn off and go to Kentucky. And well, Dave, why would you go to Kentucky? Well, if you've been watching the lives and you've been following along, I crashed the coach into a guy wire on a power pole and tore up my rear fender. And the insurance company has made that good with me, but at the same time, I need to find a fender. I found one that's in the middle of Kentucky. They have no problem palleting it up and shipping it out to me. And I would be looking at the shipping fees. The problem is it's a large enough piece that I would end up having to have some place that can receive truck freight for me. And it might be a problem. So trying to figure out how to work it to get that damage fixed on the coach, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to manage that. The other option is I can continue on with my plans, because I do have reservations going up the East Coast, and Maine is my goal, and that will be the end of June, beginning of July. And then I start heading back down and start heading back across the United States. Ultimately, the goal is to be back in Arizona for next winter. So, yeah, I could stop by Kentucky on the way back from Maine. I just hate that the coach is torn up, and gosh darn it, I'm really weighing that. I could pull in there and at least get the fender in, and possibly put that on myself, so that but it all needs to be painted, all that good stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts here to try to figure out what I want to do with that. So we'll see. But for right now, yeah, I'm rolling out of here tomorrow. I'll be boondocking along the way. I got 7 days to make it up to South Carolina at the Oaks, I believe is where I got a reservation. So yeah, agree with the people overload, Miss Jen says. Yeah, it's as people that are used to cities and used to being around a lot of people, they don't have a problem with it. I'm not. I have in the last 7, 8 years. Well, even from where I'm from in Bend, Oregon, was not a lot of people, and it was easy to get away. There's many different opportunities to get away from the people and enjoy some solitude. And there won't be as much of that going up the East Coast because there's not as much boondocking. So, well, just play it by ear. I've got a number of stays at Thousand Trails and Encore Parks on the way up, and all relatively spaced right at my 70-mile mark. So I'll just be doing my 70 miles a day, getting on up to all the way up to my brother's in New Hampshire and then Maine, and then heading across. So lot docking, yeah, it's even that is getting a little bit harder. Not impossible, but the problem is usually where you're lot docking, you're generally in cities, you're around people, whether it's Walmart or Cracker Barrel or Bass Pro Shops, any of those are generally in populated areas that you're not going to have the quietest stay. So I will say that there is a boondocking location, campground in Georgia that I'm really disappointed that is closed right now. And the only reason it's closed is they're going through renovations, as I read online. And I was kind of looking forward to getting back to that. It's Barrington State Park. I did a video on that back when I first stayed there. And I really enjoyed that. And I was looking forward to getting back there. I looked it up online, kind of planning my trek north. And nope, it's closed for renovations. Take it from a regular fender bender, drive to Kentucky. Yeah, I know, and get it fixed, as it will make your mental and emotional. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Bob. I have to agree on that, and I think that's the biggest thing that I'm kind of looking at it too. So I am probably going to head over that way. Probably going to head over that way. So yeah, we will see. So now the funny thing is I know that I could do all the repairs on that stuff with the tools that I used to have. I don't have those tools anymore. And getting the fender on, believe it or not, is bolt on, so that is no problem. But painting, I just don't have the compressors or the guns or any of that, or even the sanding stuff that I'd need to sand it. I got rid of all of that stuff, and I have just a bare accoutrement of what I used to have. And so I don't have all the tools that I used to. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull that off. And for good reason. You know what? At a certain point, you have to draw the line somewhere. And I will say, I think I mentioned it last week on the mobile live, that I did get my brakes done. In fact, I did it at that campground where I stayed at the wildlife management area for 3 days. I did it all in one day, but I'll tell you what, that is a young man's sport right there. Yeah, that is I am so, you know what, Bob, I am so glad to hear that. I'm glad that somebody is going to have one. And boy, I hope that you never need it and you curse me for getting it and never using it. That's my hope. That's my hope. But if you ever do need it, you get into that emergency situation. I just did the brakes on the back of the coach, and they were pretty damn low, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am glad that I did those brakes. I noticed my braking ability going down, including one time ending up in the middle of a intersection that I was trying to stop for the lights. And I said, you know what? I need to get these things replaced. I need to get this done. So There was a little bit of shuffle with having the wrong brake shoes, and that was just a little bit of bad information that I found on the internet as far as what I needed. It turned out that wasn't what I needed. I had to return the ones that I got. I managed to get the correct ones, and I did that all on all in one day. And I'm here to tell you, those guys that do those tire jobs and stuff, when you go to get your tires worked on at those shops, that is a young man's sport right there, because those tires weigh about 100 pounds plus a piece. That brake drum alone is about 100 pounds. The brake shoes are about 50 pounds. So I want to tell you, by the time I got done with that day, I hit happy hour, and it felt good to rest for a minute, because that was not good. Got your brakes good. Yeah. Now I will say that I've got about 150,000 miles on my brakes, and all considering what I know from my past commercial driving, truck driving, my dad drove for years. 150,000 miles is not bad on a set of brakes. Now that's for a heavier rig, but knowing how to check those or have them checked whenever you're getting tire work done is worth it. And these guys, at least for the big rigs like mine, they can look in the back. If you don't know how to do it, they can look in the back of that brake drum without removing the wheels. They can do it with the rig sitting on the ground. And they can look and they can tell you if those need to be replaced or not. So if you're getting tire work done, there's my recommendation for the day. And I didn't do that before. I'm here to tell you now, after doing it, it takes a second. It literally just takes a second for a guy to climb underneath there and look at your brake shoes. And he can tell you. If you don't know how to do it yourself, it's not that hard to do. And at one point or another, I will kick out my brake video and show you just exactly what you're looking for when you're checking those brakes. And no, you do not need to remove the wheels to check them. So definitely a good idea. I can also tell you that had I gone through a DOT inspection, and just because you're driving in an RV does not mean that you cannot get pulled over for a DOT inspection. The DOT inspection is going to look at those brake shoes, and if they see them low, they could shut you down right there. And you're faced with either having on over the road service come out and do the job for you, or having it towed into a place that can replace your brakes. Not a pain in the ass that I want to go through. So definitely worth keeping an eye on those things. And when they get low, you just either replace them like I did, or you get them replaced. So one way or the other. But again, if you're not over 100,000 miles on your rig, you're probably in good shape. Probably in good shape. So, managed to take it easy this week. It has been a lot of fun. I've been here since December, and it's been a lot of fun being here. I've gone and done and seen a lot, and finally just kind of took it easy this week. Did not do a lot of running around, but I had an invite to go and hit up Epcot and go kind of get the insider's view on Epcot, and that was fantastic. But that 20,000 steps, guys, that's no matter what you do when you're going to Disney World, you're going to be doing some walking. So just a heads up on that. Fantastic, though. Fantastic. I think that is about it for this week. I'm looking forward to getting on the road again and getting we're just now starting to go into the heat of the spring, you might say. And it looks like next week is supposed to be in the 90s, and I'm kind of glad that I'm rolling tomorrow. So that is it for me. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, unless you guys had anything else. But I always look forward to seeing everybody. I look forward to talking to everybody. The next live, let me double check that. Yeah, no, the next live is open mic night. And if you want to join us, come on and join us. We always have a great conversation. There's usually not a lot of topic. We talk, we chat, and it's kind of might say a happy hour fireside chat. So let's see. Oh, hard to believe Don, I'll tell you what, you have been parked for a long time there. And I complained about being someplace for 10 days or more. And yeah, you've been there, so I know you're ready to roll. But I'm going to give Miss Pearl the last word of the night, and say good luck with your fender, Dave. Good night to everyone. Safe travels to you all. All you guys that are getting together for that Alaska trip, I know you're in the process of driving, or you're going to be driving soon. Please take care, be safe, have a fantastic trip. And we're going to have to work out something with somebody that we can get some updates on how you guys are doing, and how the trip is going on the live. So if you have signal, but WCRV Adventure says happy Easter to all. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And let's see, before that, I average moving. Oh, you're going from sitting in one place for 6 months, and then you're going to be traveling every 4 days. Yeah, you're going to be stepping up the pace there, Don. So, all right, guys, for the last look at Thousand Trails Orlando, the last live of Florida, that's going to be a wrap for this one. We will see you guys next week. Live life full time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. And I'm going to be watching for fireflies too. I just don't know how you film those darn things. If I just need to figure that one out. But there we go. All right, we'll see you.